Hello, we're going to learn how to use Excel sheet to do some calculation and analysis and planning, projection, or what we say is can be a data model. Okay, first of all, we take this as an example. Okay, so your task is to this is a saving plan. Okay, it's a saving plan. Your task is to save 1 pence on day 1 and then add 1 more pence every day into every day, which means, for example, that is day 2, you say you put aside 2 pence, okay, and then day 3 is 3 and so on. Okay, so how much, the question is how much in total you can save over after in a year. Okay, in a year, let's say 365 days. Okay, so this is the task, this is the mission, right? So people can think that's very easy. I just add up 1 to 365 all the way down, and then okay, you list all the number 10365 all the way down to, can you see the row number on the top, at the bottom left hand side? 370 is the row number. And now in Excel sheet, you need to notice that there are row and column to define a cell. So for example, when you click on this cell, you see that row number got a darker color here, 350, and darker color over the top, G. So it's G column, 350 row, right? So now up to 365 days, you have got your number into 370. And all you need to do to answer this question, saving plans question, is to add up from number 6 to number 370. Okay, instead of using calculator or using your fingers to count, I don't think you have 365 fingers. So you either use calculator or just use your brain. And here, what I'm teaching today is to use Excel sheet to do the calculation for you, right? So let me clear what I have done previously, okay? And I'll tell you a few tricks before we move on to do the calculation. Number 1 is that Excel sheet, we have lots of good features, make it very efficient for you to do anything with numbers. The first thing I want you to learn though is copy and paste. Okay, copy and paste. Everybody know you can do copy and paste in computer, when you're editing a document in Excel or Word or PowerPoint. And now I'm going to introduce you some shortcut key as well. So for copy, you need to press down at the same time, Control, or you press Control first and then C. And in MacBook, you use Command, I believe. Okay, I'm not very familiar with MacBook system, so but I'm pretty sure this is Command C. And now for paste, after you selected a content, you do the Control C to copy it. And now it's in your clipboard, okay, waiting for you to use. So now you want to paste it somewhere, you use Control V to do the paste, okay? So often, during my tutorial here, I will say Control C, Control V, which means copy and paste, okay? And of course, there are another thing you want to learn, which is more interesting when you are, or even faster, what we can say, when you are using a mouse. For example, there is a thing I want you to learn, for sure you have to learn, it's called drag copying, okay? Drag copying well, there's something amazing gonna happen. So if you never know it yet, okay, you click on one cell. This cell is F6, yeah, day 1, and you want to do day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and all the way up to day 365. You don't have to type it all. Or if you do copy, Control C and then Control V, you got day 1 exactly, and then you have to go manually change to day 2, right? In my drag copying method, you don't need to do the hassle. Just click on day 1 cell, and then did you notice that there was a green highlight box in the bottom right corner? You see a block, tiny block. Okay, so your mouse go around the Excel sheet. It's got thick fat cross. When your mouse move over the bottom right corner, you have the black box, right? You see what happened to your mouse cursor? It becomes a black thin cross. Instead of a white fat cross, it's a black thin cross, which means it's ready to do drag copying. Okay, so you click on it, don't release your mouse, okay? Click on it and drag it down. Did you see day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7? So you can just do that all the way down to make it 365 within a second, right? So you didn't have to do so many actions to make this happen. And then you double click on the column. It actually adjusts the column width automatically to fit the content, right? So now this is first thing. Have you learned it? Oops, did you? If you know it already, it's fine. If you never know it, practice it, okay? Same for the number 1, okay? Oh, hang on. If we're going to do the number, for example, from 1, you want to do the number, you want to drag copy, it automatically only copy the exact number in your selected cell. Now you have a question. I want it to be second row is 2, next row is 3, and then 4, and so on. All right. So you don't want to do the typing or the chore, right? So now instead of doing that, you can do accumulating copying, drag copying. Put 1 and 2, so it's a pattern. 1 plus 1, and then you want to plus 1 again. So see, this is happening. Yeah. But now let me explain again how you exactly do it. You put 1 and 2, and then you select both. You drag and select, okay? And you click on the bottom right corner when you see the black thin cross, okay? Drag it down. You get the accumulating number, okay? Accrued 1 each row. And then amazing things is, I want to teach you a little bit more things. If you put 1 and 3, if you put 1 and 3 here, what's gonna happen? You do the same thing, drag copying, okay? So it increased by 2, odd number. If you put 2 and 4, okay, you get all the odd, even number. If you put 1 and 6, okay, there's a difference of what? 6 minus 1, 5. So if you drag copy, you get a series of a number with a gap of 5, 1, 6, 11. Now, so are you clear with the drag copying feature? It's very important, very handy. It's amazing to use it as well, right? So drag copying, one thing. Let's go back to our mission, okay? Is to create a saving plan, right? Saving plan. And now you want to add this number. What you do? How would you do it? You put, okay, you select a cell where you want to put the total sum in, okay? And now you want to do an equal 1 plus, next, plus. You select, okay, next, and all the way. Gosh, 365. How long is it going to take you? So we have a smarter way to do it. Let's forget about adding 1 by 1, okay? So we use add. There is a function in a function, okay? In Excel you can use. The function is called sum. So you do equal sum, bracket, okay? Now you select the number. Look, you drag the range that you want to add for the sum, to get the sum. So you can see that when you drag it, right, it go all the way up. So where do you want to go? Do you remember our last cell, day 365, was cells at the row of 370, okay? So now we have got total number, total sum, okay? The sum of this whole series. And Right, so when I introduce you using the function sum, okay, so when you click on the cell, you see the outcome of the sum. If you double click, you see the formula. Okay, so this is the formula that you can use. Right, so this is one thing. Another thing is, I want to also look 667595, right? If I add 5 more here, okay, what you can do is you can actually change the range. Look, oh, hang on, give me a second, right here. So you are doing it. Hang on, let's start. So I want you to add all the numbers in different column, right? And now the way to do it is to sum, okay, and then select this all the way to 370. See, you got 5 more here, and then if you put 10 more here, or if you put 10,000 more, so it's adding up all the numbers. The non-number doesn't count, okay? So if you put non-number, it doesn't change the total sum. Did you just notice that? Okay, so this is about sum, function of sum, okay? And instead of putting a sum manually here, you can also use the menu on top. Look at the top of your Excel workbook. You see, can you see there is a auto sum here on the top right corner. Every Excel sheet when you open, it may appear in a different location, slightly different, but by large it usually just in home. Okay, you see you have file, home, insert. Go to home, and then on this top quick access toolbar, you see auto sum. So it actually gets you, for example, you select the cell where you want to put sum is, and then you select auto sum, and now it type in automatically it type in the formula for you. So all you need to do is to fill the range inside the bracket. So you just need to do that. Oh, too long to drag, but I remember it was last row was 370. So now I've done it. Okay, so if you click on it, you see that you see it, if you double click, it shows you the formula, and it also shows you the range that was selected, the formula where it calculates the sum from. Did you notice that? You can also drag, make the formula really big, make the range, okay, make the addition range really big. Okay, so this is another thing I'm teaching you today. Is about how to use sum function of sum in Excel. Right, so now you already calculated a saving plan of 1 year. If you put one pence on day 1 and add 1 more pence every day, you end up this amount of money. Okay, so let's forget about H column. We just calculating 365 days. How much money is that? 66,000 pounds? No, remember we said pence. So in order to get pounds, you need to equal this total sum and divide it by 100. Okay, so the actual amount of money you save up is 667 in the format. You can choose the currency symbol. Okay, yeah, this is 668 pounds you can save. And now if I ask you a question, how about you save 2 pence more every day, right? So now you need to do 2 pence more, and then you need to change it. Okay, look, remember I said that you can do with a difference of 2, you just need to put 1 and 3 as the pattern, and then it can copy all the way down, okay? But then I found this process going to be lengthy. What if one day I want to change it to 3 pence more or 1 pound more? What if I just want to see a change, or I want to compare? And then you found it's still quite lengthy. Okay, we can do it in a smarter way by introducing a variable. Okay, have you heard of that before? Basically, it's a parameter parameter you put into your calculation, and then this parameter can change, okay? Depends on what you like, depends on the situation, and then every time it change, it should automatically calculate the outcome for you. So that's the beauty of using variable. It can automatically calculate the outcome. You can change the actual value of the parameters, or we call variables. You can insert the value anytime, any value, change it, and then instantly you see the outcome. And that is also something about programming as well. In programming, we always use variables, right? I mean, most of the programming will use variable. So I'm going to show you how I did it as a example first. So I built a table, okay? And this table will show me how much money every month, monthly sum, and also yearly sum, okay? Total 1 year save up, okay, 1 year sum. And I am able to change my variable. Look, every day if I add 1 pence, the first day is 0.01 pound, and which is 1 pence. Second day I save up, I put 2 pence into my piggy bank. Third day I put 3 pence into my piggy bank. So I can do it this way, or I can do it in a different way. For example, or not different way. For example, I think 1 pence, I can save more. I can save 2 pence every day, 2 pence more. Okay, so what happened to you is that you can see that on day 1, you can save 1 pence, or day 31, you can save 61 pence. This saving plan is very doable, isn't it? If you ask your parents, would you please give me 1 pence? Would you please give me 5 pence? Would you please give me 61 pence? They will be happily to help put into your piggy bank. And then as the time goes on, you would like to ask your parents, would you please give me 5 pounds? Maybe some parents say, yeah, easy, okay? And even on the last day in the year, when you ask, it would need £7.31. Some parents think less than £10, I can, why not? So they contributed small amount, increased little bit day by day. In the end, after 1 year, how much you could save up is a hefty lot of money. £1,311.59. What can you do with this? You can buy a new laptop. Yes, okay, and even a car, right? Some of the second-hand cars is actually just a few £100 or £1,000. You can get easily quite a really good functional car already. So this is the plan. What if your parents say, no, £5 in 10th month, too much? So then we go back to 1 pence, okay? But parents say, what, £3.60 at the maximum, at the last day in December. You will need £3.66. And if you and your parents think this is way, this is well within the well within the feasibility. So you then can think, I can stretch a bit, I can do a bit more. How about 1.5 pence per day? And now your parents say, okay, fine, I can give you £5 every day for your saving plan. Okay, so this could be a great idea, isn't it? And now it works out. If your parents, of course, the 1 pence cannot be divided further, right, in our reality. So in this case, what you can do, you can say, well, you don't have to give me penny by penny every day. Instead of every day, would you please give me £6.82 or £6.83 in a month? Okay, and then second month, £20, and so on. Okay, so this is interesting to see how you can use this table to understand the feasibility and forecast, to see the projection, and then to plan your saving. It can also be used to do other finance planning, for example, sales forecast. In order to earn this much amount of money, how much do you have to earn? In order to sell this amount of biscuit, cookies. How many cookies do you have to sell every day, every month? So this is a great tool for your business planning. Okay, and now you possibly understand now why we are teaching this sort of things to you, why we're teaching the saving plan, why we're doing the penny challenge in such way. Because penny challenge is about saving up, but asking you to use the Excel sheet to do this saving plan is teaching you the tools that enable you to do the financial planning. Okay, so next I'm going to demo how I'm going to do the table. You can pause here, because the best way to learn is to do the self-exploring. Okay, you explore, you try to find out a way to do it. But then if you feel like your time is tight, you don't want to spend a lot of time in trial and error, so then you can continue watching, listen to me, and then I'll tell you the way I do it. If you prefer to do it yourself, you pause now. You can come back to check after you finish, or when you got stuck, you come back and check how I do it. Okay, so let's start now. What I'll do is I'll clear everything that I've done so far. Okay, and put the one pen back. Right, because I've done it already, so my pace is fast. It doesn't mean that you have to be this fast. You can pause, you can slow down, adjust the playback speed, etc., to make it suitable for yourself. Okay, so what I did is, first of all, you build a table. Okay, so this is principal. In financial term, it's called principal, which is the initial money you have. Okay, so principal is here. In this, let me put it to blue cell. Okay, in the blue cell, you put your principal. You start with one. Principal is here, the green cell. Yeah, principal is the green cell. Principal is one pence, and then adding up every day you add more. Okay, so the thing that you need to add more, put it into orange. Okay, so you put 1 pence or £1 down, doesn't matter, up to you. Okay, but every day how much more you put in, it actually impact your final save up amount significantly. Okay, so you put the month, build a table first. Every month you have either 30 days or 31 days or 28 days. Okay, so let me also build this one. So January 31, February 28, and then January 31, which is fine, 31, and then I copy 31's format. Okay, and then March 31, April, January, February, March, April, May 31, June 30, July 31, August 31, September, October, November, December. Okay, so basically the gray cells means that there was no such day in that month. We need to do a bit of adjustment in the end. Okay, now let's start from here. Okay, remember you do the day 1, day 2 using the drag copying. Yeah, remember that? Okay, so now you put the principal down first, 1 pence, and then the second row will be equal to last row. You click on the last row, and then you add what? Instead of add 1.01, we make this as a variable, so we add this orange cell. Yeah, so which means you can change the amount you add in that orange cell later, and then the outcome, the result will be changed automatically. So now, as I said, you can always do drag and copy. You can copy. So this is the formula. You can copy the formula by simply click on this cell and then copy, and then do all the way down to copy. Pia, copy. But now you found, oops, error. It's not showing you the correct amount that you're saving up day after day. What happened? Why? Okay, so I tell you how to check it. From here, you click on where it goes wrong. And then in the over the top there, you can see there is a function displaying, or even you double click, you can see in this cell, there's a function displaying, also highlighted the cell that is quoted. So it's day 3 equal to C12. C12 is the upper row, that's fine, upper cell, plus B10. What the heck is that? Why it at B10? We want it to add B9. Okay, so why? Now I'm going to tell you. The copy function in Excel sheet, it copied the relative position. It copied the relative. So what happened with this formula? This formula tells you, day 2 equal to last day plus B9 this cell. Okay, when you copy to day 3 will say I am copy last cell and B10 because day 3 move down 1 row, so B9 becomes B10, move down 1 row as well. It has to be relatively the location. Did you see that? They are next to each other by 1 gap. So, but now you said that no, I meant you need to add B9 all the time. Every time B9, not moving cell. Just add whatever in B9, okay? So we can do it by manually inserting a dollar sign in front of the row, in front of B, and in front of the in front of B is the column, in front of the column name and in front of the row number. So B9, not pound, we need dollar sign. 9, so $B, $9. Can you see $B, $9? Okay, so I'm going to zoom in. Maybe it was too small just now. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in and say again. First number in green is your principal. You put it down. There's no formula. Okay, whatever value there, it appears to be just the value you put in. And then in day 2, you want to put in the formula. That formula is this row, this cell, upper cell, plus the cell that diagonals but 1 level up where B9 is. Okay, so you have this as your formula, C11 plus B9. And then when you move away, you can see that the cell do not display formula anymore, it displays the value. And now the value will come down if you copy this row, this cell, copy this cell, okay, Control C or select copy, and then copy down Control V or paste, Control V, okay. It then show you an error, and the error is because now day 3 is no longer quoting the same thing. It no longer quoting the correct thing. It quoted the upper cell plus B10. B10 where? Okay, so look, it actually highlighted for you. B10 is the principal. Where is B10? Okay, but now, as I said, we want to quote B9 all the time, so we have to manually insert $B, $9 in it. So now it will be fixed. Okay, so dollar sign, look at this explanation. Dollar sign gives you define dollar sign define absolute position. So once you put in the dollar sign here, this one will not change anymore. Okay, let me show you. You copy Control C or Command C if you're using MacBook, copy day 3, and then Control V, paste in day 4. You see all the data come down. And then now, easy way to do the copy, remember the drag copying. If you just select this cell and copy the formula, okay, and automatically calculate the data for you. And then now monthly sum is here. Okay, C11 to C41. Great. And now we want the monthly sum formula to go the same as the whole year, whole month. Okay. And now Okay, so you've done 1 month, and then we're going to do month 2. Month 2 follow the same ideas, but we need to do a bit of adjustment. So let me tell you how to do it in a faster way. First thing to do is copy the whole column, select the whole column, Control C, and then place over to month 2, Control V. And now, yeah, don't worry, it's the... Yeah, so now it doesn't really make great sense here. You see, you in month 2, day 1, actually inherit from month 1 last day in first month, right? So we need to change this one. So the original amount starting the month 2 will equal to the last day's amount plus what? Plus £1 you add, plus the variable, plus the parameters. So plus B9. Okay, remember we need to fix the location, position. Use dollar to indicate absolute position. Okay, once you have done it, and then you can start doing this. Okay, so this is D11, and now this one need to be, did you see that this one need to be B9? Oh yeah, because just now you saw an error pop up because I didn't use absolute symbols for this row. You see this the second row, day 2, month 1, day 2, because just now I changed month 1, day 3 as B9 absolute, $B, $9, and then I didn't change the day 2, so that's why it actually created error when we copy over, because when you copy over, it copy a different cell instead of B9. Now month 2 is the same. Okay, month 2 is the same as month 3, month 3 is same as month 2, so we do that and double check. Month 3, day 1 equal to, did you see the highlighted cell here, equal to last day in February plus the absolute cell here, B9. Okay, so all good. However, in February we don't have 31 days, we only have 28 days in a non-leap year. If you delete it, what happened now? You have to change things around. Yeah, so you don't inherit from day 31, instead you inherit from day 28. So this is where the error is happening. In order to overcome that, you just need to inherit day 31 to day 28. Okay, did you see I use equal? Because if you just copy the number down, it cannot inherit the changes after it changes. If you use equal, it always changes together. Look, if I put any changes to it, day 28 has changed. Yeah, did you see that? Day 28 has changed. Look, if I change day 28, the day 31 will change as well. In order to make sure that this cell inherit this cell, you have to use the formula equal. Okay, use equal. And then now month 4 is the same. Okay, month 5, month 6. Okay, so you do that. Oh, okay. And now we need to check the green one every month, because every month, month 4 inherit from day 31 is alright, because March has got 31 day. Month 5 can only inherit from day 30. So day 30, which means April, which means in here, which means, okay, so hang on, let's say month 1, drag over. Okay, so January, February, March, April don't have 31, so equal 30's amount. May, alright. Okay, June equal 30. Okay, so because June hasn't got, and then July, and then August has got 31, and September hasn't got 31 day. Okay, and then you have October has got 31, November hasn't got 31, so you equal 30 day, and December has got 31. So yeah, so this is exactly a year, 365 days now. Okay, if you put into at 0.01 pound per day, and that's what you get. Okay, see if you get, hang on, let's double check, see whether it's all correct. It's important to make sure that when you build a data model, everything makes sense. Yeah, if it doesn't make sense, you have to rectify on your model, and then the model will become automatic calculator for you, because as long as it's accurate, correct, reflecting the true model of the data, then it can be used to generate outcome automatically. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yep. You can see that every cell you double click on, it actually, if double click on the cell, it shows you which number it quoted from, and then it also highlight the cell. I mean, it shows you which cell it is quoted from, where what cells it involves in the calculation. Okay, yep. So this is the data model for saving plan. Okay, data model for saving plan. And let's recap on a few things. Yeah, we started off using the telling you how to use copy and paste shortcut key, and then how to do the drag copying to create a series of number with the pattern that you want, either incremented by 1 or incremented by 2 or more. And then we also learn how to do the sum function, sum on one column or on across multiple column. And then we also introduce the variables, using the variables. Okay, so you put one cell, you use one cell to store your variable value, and this value can be changed, and then it will automatically calculate and change the whole table for you if you take advantage of variable. And then the way to do the variable, okay, is to build such kind of a table here now. And also I mentioned using $sign to indicate, to define the absolute position. So then you always quote, when you copy your cells, it always quote the fixed location, fixed cell. It doesn't move around, because if you don't have the $sign, when you copy the cell, copy the formula, whatever cell location is quoted here will be the relative location. Okay, so it's like upper row, lower 2 level, diagonal, and that kind of relative position and distance. And once you put the $sign in, it just fixes the location in onto one spot, okay, one cell. And also a few things how to inherit the value live, instead of copy the value as when you copy. You use equal instead of using copy or manually put in whatever number in here. For example, if you want to inherit the value on day 28, you want to use equal sign instead of put the date now, because the value will be changing. Okay, so only equal sign put in, then it can be inheriting all the changes as when it happened. Right, so this is everything to learn. Maybe a lot, maybe you have already know it, but practice on it. Okay, so there is another thing that we're going to learn is about how to use all this technique to calculate the interest rate or the cost of money. Okay, if you lend money to somebody, if you borrow money, it involves the interest rate calculation. That's our next topic.